Hi, my first grade friends. Happy Friday, happy afternoon or morning, depending on whenever you're watching this. Sadly, today we do not have afternoon class together, but don't worry, anything I was going to do with the other kiddos or anything we were going to do in class today, I have in this video here. So don't worry, you won't miss a thing. Today you will need your shape blocks, your pattern blocks, and you're going to need your workbook. I've already opened up mine, but go ahead, pause this video and run and grab those materials. Okay, did you pause it? Okay, good. Go and get your book. And what I want you to open up to for our warm-up today is page 81 and 82. Go ahead and do that now. I'll open up in my book. Okay, first graders, so don't worry, we are going to be doing this page today in class, but my warm-up for you, since we don't get to play the game Build It together, that's how we were going to warm up today, I'm going to have you do 2 pages in your notebook that are like playing the game Build It. So we've been doing a lot on shapes, but we always have to remind ourselves about what we've been learning in addition and subtraction. So get out your book, make sure you turn to page 81. It'll look like this with the 10 frames, and 82. It'll have the blank 10 frames. If it makes it easier for you, you can go ahead and rip them out. Be nice and careful. Oh, I made a little mistake there. Oh, well. And then that's the page we're going to work on. So I will read it to you, and then I want you to pause this video and work on it your own, and then I'll go over the answers. So let me read to you what you have to do. First, I write my name. Good thing I've been doing my handwriting. Ah, that looks great now that I don't have the lines. I'm writing really smoothly too, even without them. And today's date is 11/20/2020. Nice, I love that day. So it says here, write an equation to show the total number of the dots. So here you had a 10, you have a 2, and so you have to make that into an equation. Remember, equation is what plus what, or what minus what equals in the answer. So they said 10 plus 2, because you're adding, you're building a bigger number, equals 10, 11, 12. There we go. So now what you're going to do is these 4 questions by yourself, and then I'll go over the answers. Go ahead and pause the video. Okay, so if you're pressing play now, that means that you've finished up this page. So let's go over the answers and see if you got it right, first graders. So whenever I see a filled in 10 frame, that means that it's the number 10. So the first number in my equation must be 10 plus something equals something. Let's see, what do I have here? 1, 2, 3. I have the number 3. So I'm adding 3. Hey, look, it kind of looks like what I had here. It's just I'm one bigger. So 10, 11, 12, 13. You should have gotten 13 for number 1. Now, once again, I have a 10 frame filled. Well, look, I have one in each of these. If I wanted, I could just write 10, 10. So now I know for the rest of the problems. So I have a 10 filled in here. But what do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10 plus 5 equals, oh, I know that. I can count by 5s. We have 5, 10, 15. Woohoo, that's a fun number. Here you have a 10 filled in, so that's 10 plus something. Oh, wait a second. That looks like a 5 with just one more onto it. 5, 6. Oh, that's the number 6. So if 10 plus 3 is 13, 10 plus 5 is 15, 10 plus 2 is 12, well then 10 plus 6 must equal 16, because we're keeping that 10 and just adding the ones to it. Here's 1, 10, there's the 1, here's the 6, there's the 6. So if this is a 10, let's see what number we'll make now. Oh, this is just 10 with 1 missing. What's 10 minus 1? 10, 9. So that's 10 plus 9, oh, 19. Awesome. Did you get 13, 15, 16, and 19? If you did, that is a big star from me. And we can warm up with the second part of our page. So now this part, they actually give you the number already. So you know the answer here, 12. You know the answer here is 18. Here is 14. Here is 17. But you first graders, get to make up the equation. So if I were you, I would try and make 12 in my 10 frame. Now, you could do a 10 frame all filled and then do 2, which is what they did back here. Or you can see if there's a different way you could build the number 12 than just the easiest way, 10 plus 2. I'm thinking about one. Oh, I have it. All right, let's see if you can do it. Pause the video and I'll go over the answers after this. Okay, so that means that you've pressed play, which means you've finished your paper. So let's go over the answers to our warm-up. Now you have to make the number 12. There are a couple of different ways that you could have done this. So just because the one I write down isn't yours doesn't mean that you're wrong. As long as your answer equals 12, 18, 14, 17, you're fine. So I know that half of 12 is 6. Is if I start at 6, I just need to count 6 more to get to 12. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I thought it'd be cool to do a doubles fact. See, look. So I have a 6 and a 6. 6 plus 6 equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It equals 12. And now for 18, I thought I could do another doubles fact because otherwise I would just be doing 10 plus 8. I thought it'd be fun to do a different a doubles fact. And so I had to see what equals 18. So I started writing my full 10 frame, and I was going to keep going all the way to 18. And then I saw 9 plus 8 is 17. So if I just added one more to my 8, I had 9 and 9. So that's the doubles fact there. 9 plus 9 equals 18. If you want to find out the doubles fact of a number, you can just keep going 1, 1, 2, 2, but actually counting it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Ooh, let's see what my doubles fact is. 14 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is a fun way to play Build It, is trying to see if you can find the doubles fact. 7 and 7. You might have done 10 plus 4, 8 plus 6, 9 plus 5. And for 18, you might have done 10 plus 8 or 9 plus 9. Those are the two ways that you could have done it. Let's see how we can do 17. 17 is an odd number. Now, odd numbers can't be cut in half, so we can't do a doubles fact here, but let's see what we could do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I know the number 7. I could add a 10 if I wanted. 8, 9. Oh, let's see what happens when I add 9, because I remember up here when we were doing 18, 9 plus a different number equaled 17. So let's see. 9 plus what equals 17? So we have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So I got to 17. Now let's see what number I wrote. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 plus 8 equals 17. Woohoo! You could have done 9 plus 8, 8 plus 9, or 10 plus 7 to get to 17. Woohoo! My friends, good job warming up. If you want to send me a picture of it, I would love to see what work you've been up to. But otherwise, you can put this away and you can get out your shape blocks and the other pages in your book. So those other pages are page 78 to 80. So you're starting at 78 and you'll do 78, 79, 80. Be careful though, because there is this triangle page in here. Luckily, we've done that now, but at least, did we do it? Oh my gosh, now I'm trying to remember. 1 second, friends, pause, unpause. Yes, okay, we did do it. See, this is my second math book. This isn't the one I use in class with you. I use this in case I need to make copies. So that's why I saw it wasn't done and I got scared. Well, anyways, you can rip this out so that's easier to build. What we're doing today is fill-ins. Now, you've been doing a lot of fill-ins with me where you dump out your shapes and you try and build whatever you see here and see which ways you can build it. Like, oh, this could fit here, but it can't fit here because it has to be nice and snug, fitting right up against the lines. Well, you're going to do a couple more of these fill-ins, but do you see how there's two here, two here, two here, and they're the same design? Well, that's because you're going to do it twice in different ways. There's the words here, fewer and more. So what I mean by that is that you're going to have to put a smaller number of blocks in here than you do here. Let's learn the difference between fewer than, less than, greater than, and more than, okay? Let me show you this cool poster I have. So look at this cool poster I have. It says fewer than and less than, and then it says more than and greater than. We talked about this a little bit when we made our addition versus subtraction poster. Fewer typically means you have less of something, so subtraction kind of deals with fewer. More than and greater than means you have a bigger number. So that's where addition kind of uses those words. I made a picture here where I have some stars, and the stars in red are what I started out with, let's say. So I have here 1, 2, 3 stars. But over here, I had those 3 stars and I got 3 more. See that? I have 3 more stars. Let me underline it. 3 more stars. How many? 1, 2, 3. So I had 3, I got 3 more. Now, when you're thinking of the difference between fewer than or less than, greater than or more than, you're saying how much less or how many fewer stars do I have than this side. So let's pretend that, let's name these people who have these stars. So this is going to be Smokey. So here's Smokey, and here we'll have, I'll put it down here so that I don't hit the stars, but here we have Rashid, and these are his stars. So Smokey has how many stars? Smokey has 3 stars, but over here, Rashid has 6 stars. Now we know that 6 is a bigger number, and that's why 6 is greater than, oops, sorry, did not mean to fill that one in. There we go. 6 is greater than Rashid, or greater than 3, which is what Smokey has. So Rashid's number of stars is greater than Smokey's number, right? 6 is bigger than 3. Well, that's how you use greater than or less than. Smokey's number of stars is less than Rashid's. So Smokey is less than because 3 is smaller. But what about fewer than and more than? Well, we know Smokey had 3 and so did Rashid. But when Rashid got 3 more here, that word more started to come in. How many more stars does Rashid have than Smokey? Smokey has 3, Rashid has 6. Basically, you're seeing how much bigger the number 6 is than 3. How much more is 6 than 3? How much more? How greater than? You know, you're using both of those words. So I want you to look at it and let's see. So he has 3, he has 3. But then seems like he has this many more stars. So he has here 1 star, 2 stars, 3 stars. That means that Rashid has, let's see if I can fit it here, 3 more stars than Smokey, because 3 is, less than the number 6. And then when you add that 3 more, there's now 3 more than what Smokey had. The number is greater than. So before they had the same number, 3. Then he added 1, 2, 3 more. And now he's greater than Smokey. That's a little confusing to go back and forth between fewer than and less than. But I just want you to know that more and greater mean bigger, fewer and less than mean smaller. But when I'm asking you how much more or how much, how greater is that number, I want you to tell me just how much bigger it is. So is it only 1 star bigger? No. 2 stars? No. 3. He has 3 more stars. His number is 3 more greater than Smokey's number. Okay, that was a lot to start with, but let's look now at the pages you're going to be doing and seeing how we use fewer or more in this page. So I'm going to rip this out so it's a little easier for me to write, and then I'll come back and do the other pages. There we go. So I have 2 shapes here, and if you want, dump out your shapes if you didn't already, and look at this page with me. So fewer blocks means it wants a smaller number than what I use here. So if you want, you can start here and fill up the more blocks and then just know to use less, or you can start here and know to use more blocks in your second design. How about I start with the fewer blocks? I'm going to see how little I can make this number here. How many blocks can I use to make it the smallest number? Well, I don't know about you, but I'm already seeing one shape that can fit here for sure and fill up that whole area, a hexagon. Can a hexagon fill up this space? Possibly. Oh, yes. And then here again. So now I could fit some bigger shapes in here, or I could fit some smaller shapes and use more blocks. But I want to use a small amount of blocks. So I'm going to use a big shape that can fit in and fill this space up, the trapezoid. So I have 3 hexagons plus 2 trapezoids equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've used 5 blocks. So I've used a fewer amount of blocks than I'll use here. Now we have to make sure we use a bigger amount. I don't know about you, but I'm thinking triangles will really help with that. So instead of where I had the trapezoids, what if I, just wanted to make it different in the middle here? It still will be more. I just have to use more than 2 squares. So let's see what I can fit in here. Oh, I know Faye had been talking a lot about using triangles to make a trapezoid last week. So I'm going to do that. Ooh. Wow, look how much more blocks I'm using here. So this is a greater number already because instead of just using 5 blocks, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've used 9 blocks. Stop and think to yourself, which number's bigger, 5 or 9? Well, I used more blocks here. So that means that 9 is greater than 5. Fewer blocks were used in here and more blocks were used in here. So basically on the top, try and have a little number of blocks, and on the bottom have a bigger number of blocks. You're going to do this page. You can do it exactly how I did if you want, or do it differently. But you're also going to do the little page here, page B with the dog, and you'll do here page C with the boomerang looking thing. You have these 3 pages that you're going to be doing. You don't have any math homework, but make sure that you finished up your math homework from this week. That's all for my video. Get started. If you didn't, for some reason, do your build it. Make sure you do that 78, 79, and 80 with your pattern blocks. And send me pictures of what you made so that I can see it. So before you clean off your page, call over your pet grown-up to take a picture of what you did, okay? If you're finished your work, go ahead and try playing fill in the hexagon. Maybe even teach someone else how to play, and you guys can play back and forth. Now that you know that you could do the top 3 and the bottom 3 and see who finishes that first. Well, my friends, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I will see you next week. Bye.